Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video we are going to A. Determine the number of valence electrons possessed by sodium based on its position in the periodic table. And part B, in what orbitals are its valence electrons located? To solve this problem, we are first of all going to introduce a basic periodic table. We are going to locate sodium, which is in the first column and the third row. And let's begin solving part A. So first of all, because sodium is in the very first column, this corresponds to group number 1A, just as the periodic table suggests. And whenever you are dealing with a group A element, the group number corresponds to the number of valence electrons, or basically the outer shell electrons for that element. So if sodium is in group 1A, that means it must have one valence electron. And we are done. However, keep in mind that this rule is not applicable to group B elements. It's only applicable to group A elements. So any element in the first column, such as hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, and so on, they will have one valence electron each. That's our final answer for question A. And now moving on to question B. In what orbitals are its valence electrons located? We first will have to recall that the first two groups, 1A and 2A, correspond to the S block. Now what we want to do here is just understand which period sodium is in. So that's our row number. And if we go down, we notice that sodium is in the third row, or basically the third period. So that's the period. And this period corresponds to the principal quantum number of the outer shell of sodium. So basically we can say that n equals 3. That essentially means that sodium has its valence electron in the third electron shell, because it has a total of 3 electron shells, because it's in period number 3. So to identify the orbital, we are just going to state the period of the outer shell, or basically the principal quantum number, that same thing. So we are going to add 3, and then as we know, sodium is in the S block, so we are going to add S to it. That means the orbital of that valence electron is 3s. Based on our answers, we may conclude that the correct answer to the multiple choice question is A. Sodium has one valence electron because it's in group 1A, and its valence electron is in the 3s orbital because it's in period 3 and the S block. Thank you for watching.